Ah, the silence is too painful. We're already close to home. Do you want to try asking him something as a distraction? Yeah, good that we have a choice.
Do you mind if I come in? I want to talk.
Here it comes. Marie, are you okay? Think you can talk to him? Regardless of whether you tell the truth or not. We'll need some determination.
I was thinking of the possible reason that you could have elicited a change in your attitude. There were a number of factors to consider, reasons ranging from a mere whim or change of heart to the far fetched, such as an alien abduction.
I think the scale he's using is a little long.
After eliminating various ideas one by one, I was left with contemplating the likelihood of a single possibility. Regardless of how unbelievable the conclusion may be, seeing how I could find no mistake in my reasoning, my only choice is to believe it.
I think he's completely off.
So I've come to the most feasible conclusion: your memories are missing. I'm still in the examination stage of determining the extent of the memory loss. At the very least, you seem to be missing memories from college. I believe the chances are high that you've forgotten all of your past interactions with me. So, do you have any objections? Yeah, I'm sorry for trying to hide it. I knew it. I'm thankful that you answered me honestly. Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you talk to someone? Hmm.
Hmm, shit. Both are good. I would want to say both.
I would want to say the upper one. I couldn't trust anyone. I see. That's right. Your family lives far away. It's only natural that you didn't know who to trust. It seemed like you trusted me to some extent, but I guess not enough to consult me on an important matter like this.
Oh, that was bad.
No, but it comes off really harsh, right? But
Hmm.
it's like what makes her have to trust you, you know?
Hmm.
Still, I see. So you really forgot? Am I correct to assume that you lost your memory sometimes between our discussion on July 31st and August 1st? I'm sure you were surprised by receiving such a sudden and unpleasant call. You probably have already guessed, but we had an argument over something trivial the day before. It wasn't just the day before, we argued every time we met, over the worst of reasons.
Yeah, we already knew.
Since you didn't remember any of that, I'm sure I seemed like a strange man to you. I always spoke prepared for anything to turn into a dispute. You probably wondered why I was always angry.
Yeah, we really did.
And yet, you still decided that I was worthy of some trust. Am I correct? If not, if you truly couldn't trust anybody, you wouldn't be as vulnerable around me as you are now.
Well, there really wasn't anything suspicious about you, Kent.
So I'm correct?
Kent is acting a lot calmer than I expected. Maybe he isn't surprised. I thought he'd send you to the hospital immediately, but he's shown no sign of that.
We started dating on July 28th. Your attitude changed so suddenly just 3 days later. When I realized you were acting differently, I was confused. I thought that perhaps you were taking our going out seriously too. I thought you actually had taken a liking to me. I couldn't bring myself to dismiss such optimistic reasoning, but it seems I really was wrong.
No.
You had simply forgotten that you didn't like me, forgotten that our relationship was full of conflict. You took the fact that we were dating as truth and acted like you were my girlfriend. To be honest, I realized from the beginning that something was strange, but I didn't want to believe it. I wanted to believe that you now was the real you. I'm sure you'll remember eventually the real you, the you that disliked me. When will that day come? Today? Tomorrow?
Aww.
If I tell you the truth, will you end up remembering everything? Will you remember the things that happened between us and how you really felt about me? I was scared, and I averted my eyes from the truth. I'm sorry. I'm sure I could have helped you a lot sooner. I didn't want you to remember anything. Even as we speak now, I'm still confused and hesitant. I don't want to tell you anything. I don't want you to remember. I just want you to keep acting like this, like we're a happy couple. I realize that the way of thinking is just my own ego, but still, it's okay if I don't remember. Thank you, and I'm sorry. However, I know this is something I need to talk about. You have every right to know exactly who you are. You are a university student who grew up in a very normal middle class family. Your family lives some distance away, but you came to the city for college. I met you at a math study session planned by Sava and Mina. They invited me to be their lecturer. The name of the study session was something along the lines of relearning basic math. That's embarrassing to talk to people about at this age.
That could be my math.
Anyway, I'm sure their aim was IQ. It it seems they had asked him to be their lecturer first. IQ was in the same club as Mina. I had heard many times before that she was looking for a way to get closer to him. But IQ introduced me instead, saying that I was far more suitable when it came to mathematics. He said he'd help you out in some of my experiments concerning his condition, so I agreed to the lecture. You were one of my students participating at the time. We didn't get close during that class, though our ages were fairly apart. I was simply the teacher and you were the student. However, after getting to recognize who you were, I realized that we walked the same path at the same about the same time every morning. I was taking walks as a change of lifestyle from being shut in the laboratory, and you were walking your dog.
That doesn't add in. Where's my dog at?
After realizing you knew me, you talked to me every day.
After realizing you knew me, you knew me, you knew me. Okay.
There's no special reason why our relationship was so rocky. I anger people fairly easily, so it was normal for people to dislike me. The one thing that was different, though, is that you never gave up on talking to me.
Aww.
No matter how many times we argued, you never learned a lesson. You'd still try to start up conversations. To this day, I'm still not sure if I should call them disputes or debates. Regardless, I'm sure you were trying to get to know me better. That perseverance is one thing that still hasn't changed in you. Anyway, because of that situation, even after the study session ended, we'd see each other and argue every morning. You really surprised. You were really surprised when I asked you out. I still don't know really. I still don't really know myself why I choose you. I suppose I could only see my feelings for you as being romantic in nature, and that's why I asked you out. You were very shocked. It was only natural. The only thing we had done before then was argue. And I'm sure you don't remember now why you decided to accept my request. I suppose you could just say it was the heat of the moment. It looked almost like you had accepted a challenge. Do you still remember nothing?
Of
Oh,
course, in
flashback.
that second. I I remember. Yes, I remember. First time that this girl's talking. What?
I said I can only see my feelings towards you as being romantic in nature. And if a man has romantic feelings for a woman, his response should be to ask her out. That's what I thought, so that's what I did.
Wait. Wait a minute. You said yourself before that love is just something created by chemicals in the brain.
I did. And I still believe that now.
Then why?
What's wrong with the delusions? At present, there are changes commonly known as love occurring in my brain. That's the truth. And I'm interested in these changes. I want to analyze whether this really is a romantic. And if it is, exactly what changes will occur. So, Marie, do you have any romantic feelings for anyone right now?
Not really, but
Then there should be no problem. Would you like to try dating me?
it's like an experiment. Why should I have to cooperate with something like that?
If you don't want to, that's fine. But I thought you wanted to preach to me about the existence and meaning of love. This is the perfect chance. I believe romantic emotions are merely a product of intraceable chemicals, a part of one's instinct to preserve its species. However, you say that love doesn't need to have such a reason. If, as you say, the emotion known as love is a higher power beyond such reason and calculations, I'd like you to make me believe it. If you manage to prove to me that you are correct, I promise to hold your emotional arguments in higher regard. I don't see any drawbacks to this proposition on your part.
But I don't like you.
I fully understand your dislike of me, more than I'd like to, in fact. Actually, the word dislike may not describe it well enough. I could even say that I'm hated by you. That's what I believe. But would you give up on preaching the higher meaning of love just because you detest a man?
Right. I didn't like Kent. But after hearing the logic in his argument, I couldn't find a good reason to refuse him. I got irritated and accepted it. That's what happened 3 days before I lost my memories. I see, it was only natural for Kent to see my attitude as suspicious.
What is it? Did you remember something? I'm sure it wasn't a favorable memory in regards to us.
I really doubt that the previous me could have sat down and talked calmly with Kent like this.
There's no way you have any memory favorable of me.
If I didn't lose my memories, I might never have seen Kent make such a sad face in front of me. What? I thought we'd get like a kissing scene now. What the fuck? We're the
Kissing? I thought we would have gotten like
fuck.
No, what? I thought it would be like
They would bang now.
I guess I don't get to talk, huh?
Yeah, what did you expect?
I expected like I got all my memories back, but the past
Game
game.
is ending. Game is done. Hey Marie, can you see me? Can you hear my voice? Hello? Now we're like again in a cage. Finally you looked. That was a surprise. You haven't responded to me at all since yesterday, so I thought you couldn't see me anymore. Anyway, it looks like we're still connected. You talked to Kent a lot yesterday and remembered a bunch of things. It looks like we're making progress and separating. Well, I'm happy that things are going the way we wanted, but doesn't your relationship with Kent seem really strange? I'd feel really irresponsible if I was just like, mission complete, and left you like this. Of course, I want to be separated, but I also want to see you off in a good future. That's just how I feel. By the way, your relationship, I guess we can just say that Kent's love towards you was just one-sided? I'm glad that he didn't have any intentions of dragging you off to the hospital, but maybe he's also thinking that he doesn't want you to remember. You still feel kind of dizzy, don't you? Maybe it's the shock from remembering all those memories at once. You have work today. Will you be alright? Try not to push yourself too hard. Anyway, let's head over now.